Hello everybody, welcome back to When We Try to DIY Baking. Today we are making something that I never really thought about making until I saw a video. I was just looking through, I saved TikTok videos of recipes and things that I want to try, and I just was scrolling through them. What were some that I saved? And this one was a video I saved quite a long time ago and didn't even really remember. And when I stumbled across it again, I was like, that's what I need to make. And it's perfect because we're using something that we made last week in order to make this one. We're gonna make some cream puffs. I've never made cream puffs before, but I do love them. I think they're fantastic. The gentleman that made the video said that they're very easy to make, which he was so surprised by, and he's surprised that a lot of people don't make them because they're so easy to make, easier than making donuts or bread or anything like that. And so I'm excited. I'm excited to try it. All I need is a saucepan and the ingredients and then a baking sheet. And we've made cream puffs. Of course, you usually put something in the center of a cream puff. And last week, if you remember, we made whoopie pies and I made a frosting that went inside. And the frosting, granted, was way too sweet. And it did not work for the whoopie pies. I wasn't gonna use it, but then I thought, what if I tried to fix the frosting and use it as a filling? So I did that. I already made it, so I'm just gonna show you. I just added a little bit of oil and some cocoa powder to the frosting that I made last week. And so now we have chocolate frosting, and it's actually really good. And I think it'll be perfect in the cream puffs because it's just a little bit at a time. But you and I, we're gonna make cream puffs today, and I'm very excited to try it. So let's get started. I'm gonna grab my saucepan. I'm gonna get out my cooking sheet and some parchment, and we're gonna get started. We're gonna grab ourselves a wooden spoon and a whisk. We're gonna add a cup of water to the saucepan, and we're gonna bring this water to a boil. Now our water is boiling for the most part. We're going to add a half a cup of butter, and we're going to wait until it melts all the way down. This is the part where we are using our wooden spoon. I'm gonna add a teaspoon of salt and a cup of flour. And you want to stir this until it forms like a ball. And then we're gonna remove it from the heat for about 5 minutes. Okay, now we're gonna add 1 egg at a time to this mixture. So I have one here, and we're gonna mix it. I'm gonna do this with your whisk, but I'll get started with my wooden spoon first. Okay, let's add the next one. The second one. This is why whisks are kind of stupid. Time to be a rebel and do what we want. So we're adding 1 egg at a time, and till it's smooth and silky. Shiny. Shiny was the word he used. Egg number 3. Oh, this is not easy. Maybe a fork will be better. Scrapey metal fork. That's okay. really get to put your elbow into it. One more egg. Whoop. All right, let's do this. It definitely does get shiny. How many tools can we use today? Now we're gonna take our scooper. I think he had a smaller one than this, but I'm just gonna use this one because I don't mind if they're a little bit bigger. We also don't necessarily need to fill this, so. And we're gonna put them on the parchment paper. Little dollops, basically. And he said if you don't have something like this, you can just use a teaspoon and scoop it. So. Oh, it's hot already. Wasn't expecting that. Okay, so we're gonna put it in the oven at 425 for 10 minutes. And then after that, we turn it down to 325 and we bake for another 10 minutes. We'll try it out and see what happens. How did they look? Oh. Think they're cooked? I think I need to cook them just a little bit longer. They look a little too light.
A few moments later.
Just a little bit longer. They don't look much different. I'll take them out though and we'll see. They're definitely puffy and light, which I do like. Yeah. And I'm gonna turn my oven back up. Okay, so we've turned the oven back up and in a little bit we'll put some more on here and put them in the oven. But they do look really good. And puffy. You wanna hear that? ASMR. So hopefully they are good. Trick is gonna be filling them. I'm a little scared, but it's gonna be okay. We're just gonna let these cool a little bit and let my oven heat up again, and then I'll put some more in the oven and so on and so forth. Okay, we're gonna turn it down. Last time I just kind of opened it for a second, and we'll set a timer for 10 more minutes. Look at how beautiful they look. I love it. We'll let those cool. So I thought I had a large piping bag, but I don't know where it is. I'm pretty sure I bought one and I have no idea where it ended up. So happen to still have this very old one. It's not large, it's just regular, but we'll make do. And a very large tip that we'll just stuff in the end here. It will work just fine. And I'll put this frosting inside of this. We have our cream puffs. So you can see this one's like really nice, and this one's like pretty deflated, and quite a few of them sort of deflated, but we're gonna poke a hole in them, hopefully. I've never done this before, so hopefully it works out, but we're gonna try to poke a hole in it and fill it with, maybe I'll stick like something in there and sort of kind of move it around a little bit. To puff it up, and then I'll just fill it with frosting, basically. So we're gonna try to attempt to do this. I've never done it. We'll see how it goes. Let me fill my piping bag first. This is, if you don't fill bags very often, this is the best way to do it. Just stuff your bag in a cup and put your frosting in it like that. We'll just do That's probably too much. But we'll try it. Let me try it with one that's not so deflated. We'll see if we can do it without having to stick something in there. Just. There it goes. It's coming out. Let's see if we can do this, shall we? I mean, I think you just stuff it in there. Oh, it's easier said than done. There we go. I guess I should make the hole first. And then just fill it with chocolate frosting. Let me make the hole first. Let's try it with the hole in it, like that. Stick it in the hole and fill it up. That one came out a lot. Very messy. Okay, I'm gonna refill this. Stuff some more in there. Some of these we're just gonna cut them in half, kind of, because that's what we gotta do. If you don't have a pastry bag, first of all, you can use a Ziploc bag. But if you don't want to do that, you can probably just spoon this in here, but this is just a little bit easier. So even like a Ziploc bag could work really well. Just cut off the corner. I was gonna use one because I didn't think I had a pastry bag even, but this isn't a very good one because it has a folded bottom, but most of these don't. You just cut off the corner and you can pipe it from the corner of the bag. But this is a little bit easier, so I'll just use this. And I do have tips, so that helps too. Perfection. Even have some left over. Okay. We're gonna try this. I picked one of the maybe not so pretty ones, although it's not so bad. It looks pretty nice. This frosting is really good with the cocoa in it, so I'm very glad I did that. And we're gonna try it. And then I think I'll put these in the fridge because they're usually, well, I don't know, frosting gets kind of hard in the fridge, so I'm not sure. I'll put them in the fridge for a little while, but or put them in the fridge, and then maybe when you're ready, when you want to have some, take a couple out and then let them just warm up a little bit, and then they'll be like the perfect cream puff. But let's try it and see. Cheers. That's good. Yeah, this frosting is still fairly sweet, but there's not, the cocoa really helps it, and then there's not as much in here, so it's just a little bit of frosting. And the cream puff reminds me of a cruller. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the cruller donut, but they're one of my favorites, and this tastes like that. Tastes like it, and those are really good, and it has the consistency of it. That's yummy. I really like that because the cream puff is not sweet. No, it has no sugar and vanilla or anything like that in it, so it's not sweet. So then when you put the sweet in the middle, it's just right. Definitely a custard would be good in it, or if you like whipped cream, but that's good. I like that. I think this is my best one. Look how pretty it is. Wow. These are very tasty. You should definitely try to make them. They're so easy. I mean, very few ingredients. All you need is a saucepan and then a baking sheet to put it in the oven. And then you can fill it with whatever filling you want, pretty much. And I could maybe try and work on them a little bit so they're not so deflated, but I mean, they're pretty great. Whether they're deflated or not, they still taste good. So you should definitely try it. Cream puffs. I never made cream puffs before. That's exciting. And they're so easy. Now I might make them all the time. Love it. Those are yummy. You should try that for sure. Thank you guys so much for coming along with me and baking again this week. I know that I post these kind of like here and there. It's just kind of when I get the chance to bake, but probably in the near future I'll be baking the same time every week, and so these will be fairly regular. But I hope you're enjoying baking with me anyhow. And I hope that you are getting the chance to maybe try some of these recipes. I like that we're getting to figure it out together. I like that I don't need to know exactly what to do. We can just figure it out together and see if we like it or not. Sometimes it'll be a fail and sometimes it'll be great and it will taste wonderful. And sometimes we can use the failed dessert to make a better dessert. That's amazing. Anyway, thank you guys so much, and we'll see you again next week when we try to DIY baking.